Hello everyone, thank you for joining me on stream. This is the very first stream that I'm doing, so this is a new experience for all of us, but thank you for joining. We'll be starting up very soon. Alright, we'll be starting off right now. So settle in and let's get ready to play some Skylines. Alright everyone, welcome to Skylines. This is the beautiful map that we'll be working with today. Just look at the sunset, it looks like. And we'll be playing on this map. I wanted to stream this map because I feel like streaming Cities Skylines is far more natural than just, you know, recording videos. I feel like we get a much more natural experience. But right now we are just here to enjoy this beautiful map. So the map here is a pretty flat map. Plenty of space to build a mega city. Like, full and complete honesty, a great place to build a mega city. If we just full screen it for a second, this is what we have. And the very first thing I'm going to do is actually I'm just going to head in and just buy all the gonna head in and buy all the tiles. It's all like all tiles are free. Alright, and we're in. So this is the full map now. And, you know, I'm not very pleased or keen about this intersection here between these two highways. I don't appreciate that at all. So we're gonna actually change that. But firstly let's just change the date a little bit, get it a little bit bright out. Let's see if we can make it a little bit bright outside. There we go. Just make it a little bit brighter. I've been playing Cities Skylines for about 3 years now, so I definitely know some of the ropes. The ground here, we have a couple mods, a lot of mods actually. A couple is a lie. I have like over 70 mods, I think, and 70 mods over and 6,000 assets. So we are definitely not playing any sort of vanilla game right now. We're playing a very, very, very modded game, and we're making no apologies for that. I don't appreciate this highway system though. I really don't. So the very first thing I'm gonna do is we're just gonna use our move it tool. We're gonna use the marquee tool, and we're gonna focus on deselecting everything except for nodes and segments. And we're doing this because we want to marquee this, and we're gonna just open all of this like so and delete. Boom, deleted. Same thing over here with this entrance. Delete. Now, I'm aware that this city is based, or this map is based on a real city. I think it's based on the city of Austin, Texas. But I don't care about that, so we're not really going to follow the realistic nature of Austin, so I don't really give two figs about how Austin is developed in real life. What I want to focus on is building my own city, just with the map as such. So now that we got rid of those highways, we're going to build our own little motorway system, connecting each side to each side. So if we go over to where if we can find it, just looking to see if we can find it. I kind of lost where we there we go, down here. This is where we're going to start. We are using left-hand drive because I'm just used to left-hand drive. So that's just what I'm used to. So we're going to be driving left-hand side. We have a couple of assets here. We're going to use the American Road assets, 4 lanes, as such. And we're going to be using a lot of different bots here, so I'm just gonna play this naturally. I'm not gonna try to make it too much like a video. I'm just gonna play it naturally and see how you will enjoy. But firstly, we're gonna just do this. Yeah, and we're not gonna elevate it yet. We're actually gonna go sunken. All right, to start off, we'll go as such, and we're also going to turn off all of our angles here. We're going to go across like so, and basically just try to get a good idea of how well this is following. We try to go for a very natural kind of view. And if you look at the map, you can see that it's very well spaced for like a core. I think the central urban core will be right here. So if this is going to be the central urban core, then we're going to try to have the motorway navigate around it. Because most cities, you know, if this is the center of the city, the motorway is going to go around it in like a ring road fashion. So, as a matter of fact, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a ring road that basically rings around the downtown part of the city, or the center part of the city, and then we'll move on from there. So actually, let's just try to get a good view of the city and see where we want to put our central ring. There's a railway here, so I think we'll have the central ring come up here, and it'll come around as such. So the central ring will come, so build up to 18 meters and have it come across So before having it enter down. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have it on the. We're gonna do this, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to the ground thing, grounds like setting, and just go down like 9 meters, and go for like a sunken highway kind of thing. We can even go lower than that. 12. Like such. And then we'll go for a increase slightly. Just to quickly bridge over this river. And we'll carry on. This way. Just to change it up a little bit. We'll go sunken again. Down 12 meters. So there we go. Then we'll have it come up like such. 15 meters like so. Come across the river. Or descending. Down. And then coming across. Go negative 12 down to do the second highway kind of thing. And where do we meet up again? Okay. I like this idea of having this like be almost like a little park over here, this area. And there we go. So if you can see, this is a ring road. Ringing around the central part of the city. So down here in the middle, between the road, this will be like the main core. And we'll build out the grid. I'm thinking of having a grid system like around the river, and then breaking away from the grid as you go farther away. But this is the main central loop. So every city has its own little loop. Well, my design philosophy when it comes to building cities, if I were to have a design philosophy specifically, the design philosophy that I would go for would be to have a central loop. So that's why I argue that this is the best way to go. That's my arguments. And you know, it just allows for a better management of the city, because you don't normally, in normal American design, if we're looking at the United States in any case, would have you focused on having the motorways or the highways go straight through the center of the city. But we're not going for that. We're trying to break the mold on that, and to just you know, further commentate a little bit on what we're doing. I'm not trying. What I'm doing in this series is I'm basically going to give you my little favorite, like the kind of city I would like to build. I'm not going to try to follow too strictly, or try to align myself too strictly to the you know, the politics behind building and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Car-orientated design, transit-orientated design. And you know, I'll sprinkle a little bit of that in around it, but I won't focus too much on it, because I'm not trying to build a perfect city here. I'm just trying to build a city. You know, I say that because Cities Skylines has become or has, you know, kind of gained a reputation of being a city or a game or a platform for people to, like, you know, almost make their own political statements regarding city planning and urban design. And I'm not really fancying that, but I feel like I would get questions regarding that. What I'm doing right now is we're building. Well, what I'm doing is I'm creating slopes. I'm bettering the slope here just to make it a little bit more of a sensical design here. Like, this just makes a little bit more sense, don't you think? Just, you know, evening out the design, because sometimes Skylines is a little bit weird with how it levels stuff out, how it does the terrain, slope management and whatnot. This slope tool here, this is called, I think this is called, I don't remember the specific name for this. I think it's called Fine Tool, something like that. I don't know, I'm sorry. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's a very, very useful tool for, here. Like, here, for example, I don't want to mess with the slope here because I feel like this is more natural. Like, the undulating kind of road system here is far more natural. If we go to our first person view here, this is a little bit more natural if I say so myself. But for stuff like around here, just like make it a little bit more realistic. We'll come down and we'll come across nicely. On this side over here is where we need to focus next. I have the slope come in. And I have a lot of assets that I want to use, so we're going to be using a lot of assets to fancy up the city, you know, make it look nice. You see, for example, here it doesn't really make sense for it to dip like that. So we could just like adjust like so. Just a nice adjustment. There we go. And we'll begin like there we go. Just trying to make it as even as possible. And whenever I start a new map, I always like to configure it, you know? Like what we're doing here is we're just configuring the map. Configuring how we want the roads and everything are laid out, or how we want the highways to be laid out. As you can see, we have infinite money on. Maybe after we build this city, we'll build a city that has, or we'll build a city that has its own goal, which is centered around building a city that is profitable. Like, that is a fair thing that we could think about doing. But for now, I just want to build like a sandbox city. For now, at least. And then, if the series is a success, then we'll focus on, we can potentially build a different kind of city. Should I change this to this slope here? Should I leave it? I feel like I should leave it. That's a little bit more of a fun drive like that. I'll leave it, we'll leave it. Okay, we'll leave it. Here's an example of where we want to set the slope a little bit. There we go. And here's another example. There we go, like so. And actually what we can do is we can just update this to elevated. Just so that we, you know, could travel underneath the bridge. Alright, so that's the main road completed. So now, what we need to do is we'll simply use the parallel tool, because this has a parallel road tool. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to create a parallel road for the other direction. Save quickly. So I think if it does that, we can flip it like so. And it should build it on the right side. Right, check. No, that doesn't work. Alright, what if we do it like so? Tab, control that. There we go. So if we do it like so, will that build it on the correct side? Yep, it will. Okay. Alright, we'll have it be unnatural. And what we'll just do here is we'll just come across and we'll just build the opposite side. Whilst I do that, you can listen to the radio in the background. This game has radios now. So you can listen to that. We could fix it's gonna create a little bit of a messy thing, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it afterwards. Don't worry, we'll fix it. It'll be fixed, it'll be fixed. Right now it's on a system where it's gonna build that as underground nodes. So hopefully this should work properly.
It's Super Salmon Days down at Fish Brothers. For a limited
Fish
time,
Brothers.
bring any fish and get a chilled salmon entree free.
Salmon, I love salmon.
Any fish and get a free
I've never used this radio tool before. Normally I play the game in silence. But because I'm streaming this, just for the sake of entertainment, so you don't have to listen to nothing, I thought it had this music in the background. Or radio in the background. But I'm actually kind of interested in what's actually going to be playing. Alright, coming across nicely. Almost done here. Well, he says, actually not almost done. We have quite a bit of a ways to go. But this is important. This is necessary for establishing the city. We have to build a ring road around it before we establish it. In real life, you know, but in real life you don't build cities out. Oh no, what are you doing? What's that? There we go. Click enter. And look at that. We have a pause chat. Wait. Okay. We have a fully doubled up route link. Look at that. Isn't that kind of cool? This feature is really awesome. Look at the way it has a tunnel here. I actually kind of like that. I think that's actually quite cool, but it's not how it should be. It should be down. We have to page down, I think. Oh boy, how am I supposed to fix this? Do we need to use our, yeah. Use our anarchy tool here. Just to fix this. Just to fix it slightly. I say slightly, we're probably fixing this. There we go. How was that? That was very easy, wasn't it? And I like the idea of having sunken railways, not sunken railways, sunken highways or motorways, because it just makes it easier for us to build over it, you know? Just you want to have a couple roads coming across, you can have it coming across. If you want to have a highway entrance or exit, you can build it easily. We also need to think about a name for this city. I haven't got a name for it yet, but we need to think about one. Okay. Alright. Oh, that was good. That was a good streak. Go. Look at that. Bridge is already pretty decent. This river is quite narrow. Do we have... I don't think we have ship connections, so we don't need to worry about shipping and stuff by actual ships, because we aren't using ships in this map. But yeah, look at that. I think we're done here. So, the very first aspect of the city is now complete. And that is the ring highway. Congratulations to us for being able to do that. But yeah, that's the ring highway complete. The ring highway is always a very important part of how we want to do city designs. So yeah, so what we're going to do next is we're going to build the connection. So now we'll actually connect the highways into it. So yeah, that'll be 1 second. Alright, let's hop in. Okay, so let's go down back to what we were building here. Just this road. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just carry on building it. We can turn off the anarchy now, since we don't want to do anything too stupid. This looks like, I don't know what this is. This is like a river. The way the terrain forms here makes it seem like this is supposed to be like a river coming across. You see it? See the way it's formed. Well, so I don't know. What I do know is that we have our ring road here. Actually, I might bring this back a little bit more. Just bring it back a little bit. Alright, we'll connect this up to its place. How do we do that better? And what we can do now is we can use our parallel tool. Very handy tool. This is like a very handy tool. It's needless to say that this is a very, very handy tool to use. Just to quickly create magnificently parallel roads. Oops, wrong button. Perfect. Switch that to a different side.
This is Earl Gibb, and you're listening to Sunny Breeze. Kick back or sit back and relax.
This coming down nicely. Nicely indeed. Enter. Alright, are we done? Yeah, it looks like we're done. Look at that. So beautiful. Beautiful in parallel. Okay, we'll connect this. Connect this up nicely. nice. Look at this. I like it. I think I should have gone with the sunken highway here, but that's fine. So now we need to figure out how to integrate this into the highway. So first we'll start off with this, heading northbound. Actually, as you can see in the top corner, I'm sure you've already noticed, but this is the measure tool mod, and it tells you the direction that you're pointing. So this is north, this is south, and you can see which direction you're pointing, which is very nice. So this is north, basically. So the northbound lane will come in first, and we'll separate it into 2 lanes. So we'll go to a 2-lane road here, and we'll just branch out like this. And we'll have just come around like so. We'll have it be a ground only thing, so we'll just such. We'll use move it to like just smooth it out a slight bit, like so. This music is quite delightful. I hope you can hear it. It's a very nice bit of music in the background. There we go. Just have it a little bit louder in the background. Also, let me just quickly use the slope tool to just like make sure we have a nice slope coming in. There we go. And we can like use our actual terrain tool here to just smooth it out. This is a smooth. Oh, this is level terrain. This is a smooth tool. Yeah, look at this. Just level it out nicely. Move it tool to just slightly. There we go. Yeah, looks decent. Come across, and what we'll do is we'll use lane mathematics. I think this is the correct term, but if we use lane mathematics, we should have this be like properly, like so. And we can switch it out to 3 lanes actually. Just slowly but surely move lanes so that it comes in and then they'll join together and they'll stay in lane. So what I can actually do is we can use we'll do this all right here. We'll use our move it tool and we'll just shift S or control S to have them stay in lane. And we'll use our intersection margin tool to just draw some lines here. So we'll have this be a solid line. Gray line. We'll make it a slightly more white to try to match it with the color of the original texture. Like so. And we'll just do the same here. Got dashed. And we'll make this dashed. Make this dash as well. We'll make this solid. Or we can actually, yeah. No, we'll make these actually solid, so you can be solid. And you can be solid. There we go. And what we can do is a filler. So we just hold Alt. And create a filler between these 3. And which one should we go for? Stripes. Isn't it like a chevron? Turn. I'm not entirely sure how to use this one. In full honesty, I haven't got a clue. Maybe we should just go for solid. Solid doesn't look good. So stripes. Yeah, let's go for stripes. And we'll make those they could be gray as well. Alright, lines, and then we'll use more lines here. Have that be striped, and we'll have this be solid, and we'll have it be orange. Look at that, isn't that quite cool? I think it's quite cool. Also, don't we have a node controller here? We can like pull back the node a little bit more to make it a little bit more there we go. Look at that. Look at that. We are going fully detailed here. But that looks pretty good, don't you think? I think that looks pretty good. Okay. This first stream, guys, this first stream is entirely focused on being centered around building an authentic city, because I feel like building the most authentic city that we can build is probably the most important thing to do. The best choice to make. Alright, and I feel like we should just do this here now as well. Might as well do this here since we are... And I feel like we can copy this. Can we? Is that a feature? Can we like copy this? Copy markings, yeah. If we copy these markings and click here, I think we should be able to paste. No. There we go. Look at that. Awesome. Look at... I mean, it isn't... Okay, hold on. These two should be flipped. This should be white. This should be yellow. Or orange. And then this should be white. There we go. Look at that. Awesome. Okay, so that's that side done. Now this side will be the next side that we need to work on. 2 lanes here. And actually just go straight across. Like so. Use our tool here, our slope tool. Slope this in nicely. Slightly more steeper than the other version, or the other entrance, but it'll do. Go. There we go. Make it a little bit of a turn here. We can also, we have procedural objects as you can say, so we can even go that far as to like make it as detailed as you possibly can be. I'm not too sure if I'm going to use procedural objects yet, because there's a little bit of a commitment. Like, full honesty, it is a slight bit of a commitment to do. But we can potentially do that. That is definitely something that we could do. Alright, so what we need to do here is we just simply 3, do 3, and then we'll go to 3 lanes. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And we'll first we'll open up this a little bit more. There we go. And then we'll paste this. Rotate. Oh, rotate. Excellent. Well,
And you're listening to Sunny Breeze, where the living is
excellent. How amazing is that? Such a cool feature. Good job, whoever made this. We'll save this as a preset.
I know we've all been there. So kick off those shoes, place
Double
the on the rack out of the way, and enjoy the
2-lane to 4-lane. There we go. Because that looks pretty cool. Also, what we can do here is we have our surface tool, and I think we can actually paint. Yeah, we can do that. So we can just fill in this. Like, this is us going super meticulous, but we can fill in the in between here, the median. And actually, isn't there a wall too? Because this has a median here. But I feel like we can also. Alright, I have a quick idea. We're not necessarily sticking to our, well, it's not necessary to have a median on this side, since it's next to a wall. But if we do have a, like a median tool, like, so let's just say median. Okay, fence. I'm just what my idea here is basically to like we need to alt P that to do that. You know what I'm saying? This is like resonate with you all. That's a good idea. Put plants in the middle. All right. Well, if you're referring to in the middle of the median. Like, perhaps we could, like, in the middle here. That would be a good idea. So what we can actually do is we can go with bush. Say this one. Something a little bit smaller, like so. Perhaps. Or this one. And what we can actually do is we can use this tool to, like, yeah, like so. I think that looks pretty nice. It does look pretty nice, if you ask me. Alright, I'm getting distracted. Let's focus on completing this highway intersection here. Alright, so that was to get people on. Now we need to get people off. So if we just focus on the same road intersections here. Up anarchy. Like so, come across. And then we'll also need to get one coming from this side as well. So this is coming into like almost like the German. If you look at German motorways, 12. There's 12. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Come on, guys, do better. Like so. 9. Can actually have it come across. And down. And upgrade this to 4 lanes. So, that looks good. Let's open this up a little bit. That looks good. And let's just paste this. Rotate it. Excellent. Perfect. That looks good. It's more for us to even up the probably even out the slope here, just make it a little bit more appropriate. This looks really good. Okay, let's fix this this slope here. It's a little bit wonky. How does that look? Someone in the chat told me to put plants in the middle, so I wasn't quite sure on what specifically they were referring to. But I argued, or I interpreted that as in the middle here. So that's why I put it. I put it in the middle. Okay, very cool. 3, and then 3 lanes. 3. Touch. Everything in this game is very meticulous. Like, that much is very clear. Take this a little bit. No, that's not the correct way to rotate. Oh. Okay. And I'll just have to do. A lot of time being put into this one intersection here. But that's Skylines for you. That is Skylines for you. Okay, this one here is the same thing. First, let us get the slope all together. So, and we can just smooth out the terrain a slight bit. There we go. Looking nice, looking nice. Let us open this up. Look at that. Brilliant. Paste that in, rotate. Oh wait, no. Don't apply. I forgot to switch the road type. My mistake. Why don't you just go for the full 4? Yeah, that makes more sense, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks good. Hello. Welcome along. Right now we're building this beautiful intersection here. At the start of the stream, if you didn't catch the start of the stream, we built this ring road here for the city, just to have traffic go around the city, because clearly, obviously, the downtown of the city is going to be right here. Like, that's pretty obvious. So rather than have the highway traffic go straight in the middle, having ring road sounds better to me, at least. It may be slightly a longer journey for the drivers, but who cares about the drivers? It's about the people who live in the downtown who matter. But what we're doing now is we're just gonna quickly plop that in, and now, oh, I didn't mean to do that.
We all want to be prepared. We all want to be sure that the people we leave behind don't
There we
think
go.
with nerves. That's where final insurance comes in. We provide
Okay.
peace of mind for when you rest in peace. For a small
Oh my
monthly
gosh,
sum,
we are
you can
actually-
spend your final years knowing
we
that
are
final
actually
insurance
finished.
has everything taken care of. Final
We
insurance,
actually finished
the
this
last
first
insurance you'll
connection.
ever need.
So now the
At
highway
Nokia,
or the
we've
cars
been
can come
making
in
the best to mobile phones for
from this
over 20
entrance
years.
and
How did we get
enter
there?
into the city like so.
By putting
through a
ringtones in every
beautiful,
car so that
specially
you think your phone
built-
is ringing.
This took us 20 minutes to
Whether you have a
complete.
new phone, an old
20-minute
phone, or
long
just leave it on vibrate, we make sure you always hear your
to
phone
build
vibrate.
intersection here.
It's our way of saying we hear you. So don't be
Clearly
silent
this is the
when
most
opportunity
entertaining
calls, pick it
content.
up. It's for you. Akio Mobile.
Oh, this is PC. This is PC version. Alright.
Hello
What
again.
is
One of my favorite times of the day.
move on
To read another letter from our listener.
to the next entrance. So we'll come around like so, and we'll just do the same thing on this side.
Maybe you should relax.
You can find the other entrance. Here it is.
Well, that's very good.
So let's just do this quickly. 4 lanes, of course. We'll try to be a little bit more quick with it. I'm not going to ramble as much as I did last time, because I think you all get the hints by now. But in any case, let's go. Like such. With PC, with the PC version, you get access to all the mods, of course. So that's one of the perks, obviously. Well, I think we're all aware of that fact. There we go. Oh, a little bit of a lag, alright. This music is very funky. I don't know if I should change it or if I should leave it. But it is a very funky song. Alright. Well, let's do the same thing we did last time. So it's gonna come in. And we're not gonna be following any sort of like established or any established conventions. We're not necessarily doing that. We're building the city our way. So we're not really following anything that, like any design philosophy per se. Go. There we go. Parallel tool. Not parallel tool. Our yeah. So it was a little bit wonky, so we'll try to. There we go. Same thing over here. Then Come down like so. Favorite type of interchange? I think the best type is the cloverleaf. I think that's just a classic interchange type. But another good one is the roundabout on top. However, like I said, we're not necessarily following a established interchange type or design philosophy. We're going with what I want to do. Because I could very easily be sat here trying to meticulously create a perfect, cloverleaf interchange or a perfect trumpet interchange, but I'm not doing that because I don't wanna. All right, let's do this like so. Also, it's important for us to follow lane mathematics, so we're gonna be doing that as well. 3, 1, 2, 3, like so. Also, I like this a little bit of I like what we chose here. You can kind of see how it's a little bit of a sunken thing. It's a bit of a joyride coming down here. Because when you're driving down, it's a little bit, the way it comes down the hill like this is ridiculous. Like if I'm driving down this road, I'd be pretty afraid to come down this. Especially when we set the speed limits to be infinite or unlimited, like the Autobahn in Germany. Okay. Oops, what's this? Oh, don't do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Look at this. Looking nice. Okay. Oh wait, when did I do that? That was not necessary. That was pointless. Okay. Next up is this. No, wrong one. This one. Flying cars. If you weren't hearing, but the reason why these cars are flying is because basically, when I came in to the map, we had a massive highway coming across, straight across like this. And I just went in, I took move it, you can kind of see the line. I took move and I just deleted that, because like I said, I wasn't having the highway come straight through. Like look at this area here. This could be a beautiful waterfront, and you have a massive highway come straight above it. I wasn't having that. So I got rid of that and I'm building this replacement. Oh, the DLC. I think I have most of the DLC. I definitely have all the big ones. Definitely have all the big ones. Okay. Now we can use our intersection marking tool. Paste. Rotate, rotate. Look at that. Excellent. Do the same thing over here. Paste. Excellent. Over here. Actually, no. Let's do this. Paste. There we go. This music is pretty nice, but I'm getting a little bit bored of it. Okay. And now we'll been streaming for just over an hour. We'll go for like another hour or two. That was fun. Let us do the same thing for the internal way. There we go, just made that a little bit better. Perhaps I should be better off with a ground type of inclination here. Let's just move these. I love how you can like segment this almost kind of slightly. Just move it a little bit. A little bit. Ugh, I can already get a nice image for what the city is going to look like in the future though. It's going to be so good. It's going to be amazing. Okay. So now we need to do the same thing on this side. This is an excellent place for us to merge. 4 lanes. Okay. Paste. Okay. Apply. Look at that. Looking excellent and beautiful as usual. Need to fix this elevation here. I'll just smooth out the terrain here a little bit more. Go. Flying cars. As per usual, we'll, no, don't do that. That's not the right thing to do. We also need to make sure we do this properly. 4. 2 lanes. We'll just have this stay 2 lanes. Also, I love the rain sounds. I'm sure you all can still hear how the rain is still pouring. It's just a beautiful rainy day. Just smooth out some more of the terrain here. We're maintaining a steady 60 FPS. You know, for a very first stream, this is, I don't know if you're watching this. This is the very first stream I've ever done. And this is actually going quite well. Not to jinx it or anything. It's not in my interest to jinx anything here, but it has to be said. This is actually going quite nicely. So I appreciate that. A couple people have joined in, left some comments in the chat, which I appreciate. I also appreciate if everyone who's watching could leave a slight like for us to continue this series. Base test. There we go. And that's it done. Oh, we need to do... Last thing I forgot to do is I forgot to do the stain lane thing. So Control S. Control S. Control S. Control S. Same thing on this side. S. Control S. And then Control S. There we go. These are connected up nicely. Mods. How many mods do I have? I think it was, last time we checked, was it 64? I have a lot of mods, basically. A lot of mods. I don't think I have them all activated though. But something between the space of 60 and 70 mods. Assets, before you ask, I have 6,000 assets installed. Mostly car assets and building assets, but I try not to go overboard with my assets because I only have a 32 gig of RAM on the system that I'm using.
The wait is over. It's finally here. Friday night chili bowling at Andy's Bowling Alley. Every Friday night, anyone who buys at least 2 games
Alright,
of
but
bowling gets a free bowl
here we
of
go.
chili.
We finished. We've been here for an hour just about, but we finally finished these first two intersections here. So this intersection over here and this intersection here. So let's do a quick check to see if it's connected properly. It is connected here properly. 0. Yeah, in order for you to use mods, you need to be on PC, obviously. Mods do enhance the game. Like, for example, this whole entire thing here. This motorway here. The parallel, you can see how well parallel it is. And the only reason why I'm able to use it, or the only reason why it's so well parallel, is because of the parallel roads feature that's in this mod here, which allows us to create a parallel nodes or segments. So cool. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna press play. Press play. We're gonna follow a car. This truck here. We're gonna change the speed. Speed up a little bit. And you can follow the truck as it goes around the new road we just built. Look at that. So they're using the road quite nicely already. Can you drain the ocean? Yes, there's a mod, or there's a feature that allows you to drain the ocean. There isn't an ocean in this map. We have a river, that's it, but you can drain it by setting the sea level to 0. And if you set the sea level to 0, then it just completely drains the entire ocean. So yes, you can do that. I think I have most of the DLCs. Most of the DLCs. Definitely the main ones, like the major releases. I think I have most of those. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I can't bother to check. But look at the way they're using the motorway. So cool. Look at that. Whoa, did you see that? I didn't appreciate that. You're supposed to stay in lane. Yes, there we go. Forgot to do the stay in lane feature here. Stay in lane. But they're using that quite nicely. The thing that we can do now is we can set the speed limit. So right now I'm just gonna use it as unlimited. So unlimited, unlimited. Unlimited, unlimited. Like the Autobahn in Germany. Zero DLC. Well, there were a couple key DLCs, so if you're thinking about buying a DLC, like, I'm sure there are other videos on YouTube for like the best DLCs that you would recommend. But probably DLCs like Mass Transit, for example, or Sunset Harbor, or Airports, for example. DLC that give you more to work with the game. Those are probably the best DLCs to go for, if you do decide to get DLCs. Okay, let's use our tool here. Just drag. There we go. Just decorate the the highway here. This looks really good. On this side we'll do the same thing. So first we'll just this brush tool to connect. We'll try to start building the city this stream. Perhaps we'll get like the beginning foundations this stream, but first it's important for us, you know, obviously it's important for you to get the connections. So building the connections is the most important part first of all, before you start building the actual city, because it allows you to have an idea of how you want to start flowing the city and whatnot, the way it's designed. Stacked interchanges, I have heard of them. I don't know if they're possible in Skylines though. They may be, but I haven't attempted to stack interchange yet. But perhaps I might. I might do that if I find it necessary to do it. But look at that. Alright. So, as I said before, the main core of the city will be down here in the center. Yeah, you need mods to get, let that be a bit of inspiration for you to save up money to buy a PC. Because I used to be just like you, you know? I used to play Skylines on... I used to never play Skylines at all. But I really wanted to play Skylines because, you know, it's a creative game, obviously, and I love creativity. So I saved up the money to buy this, and I bought the PC and I bought the game. Just like that. Alright. So let's start off with our first community. I think we'll start off our first community on the outskirts of the city. So I don't think we'll start in the middle. We'll start on the outskirts just to build up some wealth.
Hello, my friends. This is Earl again.
So I'm thinking of having like a small community here.
But you know, I like
Right here. And if you look at the terrain,
no matter all the craziness out there in the world,
yeah, it's a nice small little valley here.
inside where it's nice and peaceful, and listen to music like top.
Because, you know, it's always hard to say, oh, how do we start off the city?
Touch that dial.
But I think a small community right around here would be the best option. I'll bring it back a little bit to bring a little bit of light in. A little bit of light. And then we'll start oil. I don't know how much oil we have. Natural resources. We have we have some oil over here. Oil deposits over here, Yeah. We have some oil, basically. We have some oil. Oil, there's a lot of oil over here. So one thing you could do here, like over here, this massive oil field here. Just build a massive oil community. But I'm gonna start my first community over here. So, if you don't mind, we'll first need to get a connection in. And one of the things I like to do, maybe I'll go with the massive roundabout idea. So, if we do... I'm trying to remember how to do this. We go for a... road here. This one. Oh, this is stuff. Like such, and then we'll use our multi-tool to slope this out nicely. And then we'll over an intersection. Current crate. I haven't done this before. I don't know. This is a new idea. I just got this idea suddenly. Find roll tool. Elevated. Okay. Open this up. I think this should work. Hey, that's not how I wanted that to be done. Favorite DLC is probably Sunset Harbor. I really like the fishing aspect to it, and the fact that you can have it introduced. Well, the update itself was cool because it introduced overground metro lines. I don't know if, but I know that was a made of free aspect of the update. Other that I like is the seasons, for example. It's a pretty good one. Seasons. Seasons is pretty good. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to build... Stop this. What are you doing? Why are you snapping? Okay. Okay, I'm trying to use what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to use the tool. The tool is not working for me. It looks like I'll have to do it myself. Manually. Build a manual roundabout here. Alright. No, don't snap to the ground. I don't want you to snap to the ground. Why are you snapping to the ground? If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm building a massive, trying to build a roundabout here. Because we're about to have this be where we start our first settlement. But it's not going well for us. I'd like for this to do is for this to there we go. Oh. Oh, would you look at that? Finally. I figured out how to do it. Okay, so right around right here. $24, is that too high? There we go. That looks like it works nicely. Maybe we should look up Google Maps how to I'm gonna look up quickly look up how if I want to check quickly. What I'm doing right now is just looking up on Google to see exactly how to build a roundabout design for the interchange here. This is a very low, well, it should be a very low capacity interchange. Yeah. Alright, we'll go with a... Go with a 4-lane road, perhaps? 4-lane seems nice. Like an egg about. Oh well. The least crude roundabout built ever. But I feel like this is actually kind of working. Perhaps it should be a little bit bigger. All right. Perhaps. All right. This is all right. We're gonna change this slightly. We're gonna make the rotation even bigger. Like so.
The Brontosaurus. For millennia, these gentle and graceful giants roamed the earth, grazing off the lush vegetation of the time. Their mere existence transformed the landscape and made a lasting impact on our world. It's that legacy
and we'll have it. We'll do one lane. Yeah, we'll do the highway. The highway will have one lane.
Door wagon, making it the oldest form of recycling there is. Dino oil. Embrace the power of bones.
Yeah, that looks good.
This is Earl Gibb.
That looks good.
Sunny breeze. Kick back or sit normally and relax.
but no too close together. Is this the slope tool? Yes. Slope tool, activate. This looks pretty cool. I like this. This will actually come out nicely. Then we'll do the same thing on this side as well. There we go. Yeah. This is actually coming out quite nicely. Okay. Dude, look at that. I'm actually quite liking this implementation. Alright, let us do a quick marking tool exercise here. Right, solids. Solids, and we'll make this. Oh. Yeah, we need to fix this. 3 lanes. Yeah. Lane mathematics for the win, eh? Lane mathematics for the win. I love lane mathematics. They're so awesome. Okay, let us do this. I'm pumped and energized. Okay. Can we clear this? Did I do that incorrectly? Huh? There we go, and then this should come across like so. This should come across like so. Like so. I love this music, is so 80s. There we go. Solid, and we'll make this solid as well. Solid. We'll create filler. Look at this. Oh, how excellent. We're gonna save this as a preset. Okay, 1 lane, 2, 3 lanes. Save that. And let's do this over here. There's a bit of an error here. That's a curious error. This is an error that I didn't see before. Don't apply. Can we clear this, please? Should be like this, and this should be white and solid. And like this, solid, paste. There we go. That's the kind of behavior I like to see. This solid, and we'll do a. There we go. Going to do the filler. Copy that. First we need to open up the open this up slightly. There we go. Now we can apply the markings here. Okay, don't apply. There we can apply them. There we go. Excellent. Over here we can apply. I'm gonna save this as a preset as well. Save that. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good indeed. Alright. Final bit of housekeeping here. And would you look at that? We did it. The roundabout has been built. And now we can connect up the roads that we want to connect to it. So we're gonna go with a 4-lane roads UK. We go with that, I think. We don't need you anymore. Yeah, this should probably do. I don't necessarily know where this is going to head down towards, but I'm just going to build it for the sake of building it. No money. Well, we're gonna hope to make money, obviously, but we won't. It's not necessarily a part of the game because we're playing with on sandbox mode.
Say cheese, it's cheese week at Big Bite Burgers
I
and
don't
Fries.
appreciate
All this week, in addition to our
this,
regular menu, try our all-you-can-eat signature sides. It's the bottomless chocolate, or our New Orleans-inspired pork sandwich, the Pig Cheesy, and our signature
I don't appreciate how you
the
can.
spicy blue cheese top jalapeno cheese blucher. So hurry in and get them while they last. After all, why take a little bite when you
Okay.
can take a big bite?
See how it's not directly in lines. I don't appreciate that.
This is Earl Gibb, coming alive. Unless this is a recording. I guess you'd have no way of knowing that. You're listening to Sunny Breeze.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, this node here is causing chaos. Alright, let us Alright, we'll have these be traffic lights as well. There we go, looks good. We'll have this just follow like the contour of the terrain here. Ever so slightly. And we'll just associate this here. Now one thing I forgot to do was set up the building themes because we're using a mod here that allows us to change the themes. And I got a couple of very cool assets here to use. A lot of cool assets. Well, yeah, this is the highway connection. So that is connected to the highway well, and we can now begin to build our homes. So we'll have a main street. This is the kind of model I like to follow. So we'll have a main street here. Like, probably like so. We can do some following of this now. Like I like to go for like a high street kind of deal. High street. And I'm thinking we can go with a smaller road here finally. I prefer this asset. I like this asset the best in terms of how we like to build our roads. I really do appreciate the guidelines that we have nowadays. The guidelines do allow for much more finer implementation.
And you're listening to Sunny Breeze, where the living is easy, folks. This hour's music is dedicated to all the people out there who are feeling a little wound up, a little frustrated. And I know we've all been there. So kick off those shoes, play some beat.
There we go.
This next tune.
Lots of space to build parks and whatnot. But so you also want to be mindful of the terrain as well. Like, it's important to keep all that in the back of your head. All those slight little things, like look at this terrain, slightly. Those are all the most important parts. and we can go for narrow roads. No, narrower roads. Difficult English, difficult English. Because I like the different steps of the elevation here. Look at the, you see the difference in the terrain elevation. I love that. I appreciate that so much. Go for another major road. We can probably go for this one. This one here looks nice. I'll go for the smaller variation of the road here. Look at this. This is quite cool. I'm quite pleased with this design here. I'm very pleased with this. Yeah, so these are just out on the outskirts of the city, right outside the ring. So it's on the, it's not in the center of the city. It's on the outskirts. Go for a little bit of a one-way road here. This is really good. This is a good small parish. We can have another major arterial road come through here with a design from probably this one would be best. Oh, come around. For now. I love the small community. We can actually just start off with it. Our first community in the city. It shall be named Hillingdon. Congratulations, Hillingdon. You've been developed and established. Okay. I'm thinking about having a park here. I think this would be an excellent place to put a park. Just a massive park right here seems to be a very good idea. Public transportation will come later. Right now there isn't much need for public transportation. Like in real life, you wouldn't put public transportation here. It wouldn't make you any money. It would just cost you money. Profits are important in this game. I might go for some tree lined roads as well. That stupid little go for some smaller connections. Look at that. That looks excellent. That looks really good. You can change the temperature to be anything. No, because you asked nicely. I'll actually show you how that works. So if there's a mod here called the Theme Mixer mod, and if you go to the weather feature, you can change the maximum temperature for the day, and if you want to make it 100 degrees Celsius, you can. Basically, the highest it can go is 50 degrees Celsius. So that is the highest temperature you can make it in the game. But I'll just reset that to 30 degrees. Anyways, we're done. So this is Hillingdon complete. And here's the thing. The Theme Mixer mods. Theme manager for this district. I think we already have a mod. The themes here, if I remember correctly. If I remember. Display included. Yeah. So these are the terrorist mods that we have. Terrorist housing. This one as well.
It's Super Salmon Days down at Fish Brothers. For a limited time,
Which one should I go for? French.
You heard right. Bring in any fish and get a
French theme.
salmon entree. And I mean,
These low dense?
swordfish flying around, bring it in. Got a goldfish you're sick of feeding, bring it in. Got a fish that's been sitting
Alright,
in the sun for
you
a
want
few
it to be
days,
French
bring
theme.
it in. We'll throw it in with the rest of it. What we do with the fish is nobody's business but ours. Just enjoy your
Alright.
salmon $8.99 with our famous stew.
You can make it a French theme if you like.
Fish Brothers Seafood Themed Restaurant, where everything's a great catch.
We can do a combination, so we're gonna have some
Hi,
French.
I'm Greg, owner and founder of Steel Frame Spots.
We can have the
Don't
UK
find
terrace
usual
housing
short
as well.
fingers, which are a characteristic of my family line. I was unable to play spots at the elite level I would have liked to. Instead,
Yeah,
I
so
invested
we'll have
my
both,
energy
that's the best of
into
both
getting
worlds,
you
if you
the
like.
lowest prices possible on
Alright.
athletic gear. Unlike the
So,
local
well,
spots
first we have to
dealers,
zone
you
out.
can
So
count on us
for zoning, we'll
every
do.
year. I fight every day to get you the best deals. I'll never drop
Let's just
the
do some
ball on
commercial zoning. So
prices.
this would be the high
And
street,
that's
obviously.
because low prices and my customers' happiness are not affected by the short fingers mentioned earlier in the advertisement. Just remember, when the game's on the line, who
There we
do you
go.
count on? Steel Frame Spots. That's who. Check out our ad in the week.
We have this here. So this is the high street. We'll have stores on the high streets. This will be like a
This is Earl Kid, and you're
center of the
listening to Sunny
town.
Breeze, helping you
We'll have some stuff along the center of the town as well. We have to keep a good ratio as well. We can have some corner shops like along here. This triangle could be corner shops. There we go, corner shops all around. There we go. I think that looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice indeed. Alright, we're coming to 2 hours. We'll end at the 2-hour mark. First, I just want to ensure that we develop the city and begin to introduce the city. Yeah. Okay, so now we can just do the rest of it be residential. So, the rest of it just be residential. Why not? Everything else can be residential. No industrial yet. We're not doing that yet. There we go. I love the green space. Some nice wide open green space here is very important. Okay. Water. Get some water. I am thinking about getting the mod that makes this not necessary because I don't really feel like having to put water everywhere. Or draw pipes along everything. That doesn't really seem like something I want to do. Just seems kind of annoying to be honest. But we're gonna get it done anyways. What we have here is a heating as well, because I do like the idea. We have the mod that allows us to, not the mod, the DLC that allows us to change seasons to snowfall. We have the snowfall DLC, and then we have the mod that allows us to change the theme to snowfall at any time. So I like the idea of having to be able to, or sometime in the future, changing it to winter. And if I want to do that, then it's smart for me to first just pre-plan and have the heating be introduced as well. Alright, electricity. This is a very nice hill. Over here seems very excellent for wind farm. Put wind farms around here, seems like a great idea. Use this mod here to just connect it up. Smaller pylons. Oh, we're saving. There we go. You think these are a little bit too tall? These look fine to me. They look like a decent height. Windmills look quite pretty. Okay, so that's electricity found. The water, we'll have a couple water towers just in and amongst there as well. Connect that up to the grid. Looks excellent. Looks excellent to me. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Firefighting. We can go with a small fire station here. Just go with a small firehouse. Same thing with the police precinct. Small police station. Clinic. What's this? We go with a medical clinic, like right here. This should have like around 1,000 nuclear power. We'll use nuclear power soon, but I feel like the windmills here are more appropriate. Because, you know, you wouldn't really have a nuclear power station just to power this one small community, will you? I don't think so. Alright, let's name this over it as Hilling Wing Done Medical Clinic. Just to name this so we know where they come from. Police station. And then on firehouse. Here we go. Actually, this is my favorite part is coming up with the schools. The schools is my favorite part because we actually have a couple cool school assets. So first we have this high school here. So we'll just put the high school like right here. And then we'll have the smaller like studies. Study. Smaller elementary or primary schools around here. I think that's a pretty good idea. Let's name these Dan Combe. Elementary. Wallace. Oh. There we go. I like this. This looks pretty nice. So we have the schools here. Schools have been introduced. Police fire is here. Our utilities, we'll just put the utilities on this side for now. The utilities, i.e., you know, your boiler stations and your boiler stations and your recycling bits and pieces. So we'll just put like there's a couple recycling stations down here, and we'll also put down a couple boiler rooms down here as well. Just quick utilities down there. We're almost coming to the end of the stream and video for those watching after the facts. Just connecting everything up. Alright. Set electricity. I know you'll need electricity. Use our underground power line mod here. Connect everything up. And for now, we'll just click play. Click play. Let it play out and see what happens. Oh, glorious. Glorious, glorious, glorious. The theme, I said, was going to be French and UK. That's good. Let's change the radio. Go. Oh, we need to get sewage done. Sewage treatment is necessary, so let us do that. We'll just have a sewage treatment plant down here. And inland eco advanced water treatment plant. There we go. I don't like how there's space between all these buildings. Oh, they're all one individual. They're all one by one. That explains it. Just up the demand a little bit more. We're building quite nicely. Look at this, guys. We are building. Let's just up the speed a little bit so we can get a little bit of speed on because we're already running behind schedule. Well, not behind schedule, but I kind of want to wrap up the stream now. Because we've been going for 2 hours, guys. This will definitely be a park. Definitely will have a park in the center here. I don't know how I feel about these massive buildings here for low dense commercial. Seems to be quite large for no reason. But I'll allow it. I'll allow it for now. One thing I might actually do is just create like some back alleyways here. Likewise over here. Always like I saw some alleyway streets. Fire already burning, goodness me. Let's get some more people over here, please. Fill out the city. Okay, I take this back then. Well, just have all these be houses. Instead. Looks really good.
Vault Tech cameras.
Oh goodness, look at all the traffic coming along here.
You've got to go big. That's why our cameras are the biggest on the market.
There we go. Just Control S that. Control S. I forgot to do that. Control S. Control S.
They're tools. Tools used to create. In fact, the most valuable camera is the one that you're afraid to take outside. Vault Tech. Only the best.
Actually, you know what I might do? I might just make these 3 lanes as well. Make these 3 lanes. That seems like a good idea. Have these be elevated in 3 lanes. Oops, didn't mean to do that. This music is pretty weird. Let's not have this music. Let's go back to Sunny Breeze. Sunny Breeze is much better. There we go. But if we go ahead and do this, then we should have stainlight ores.
Saddle up in the mornings with Jimmy and the Stallion, the only morning show featuring DJ Jimmy Fries and a 4-year-old quarter horse named Clover.
This is Jimmy Fries coming here from Studio 2. Whoa, whoa!
Look at this. The traffic is beginning to come in.
Horsing around. Okay. Easy, boy.
For now, it's all gonna hog in here because this is like our first place.
Jimmy and the Stallion. Stable entertainment only on Cities Radio.
This is like our first place, so obviously that's going to be the case. But as more entrances and more points of entry develop, then sure that we'll see that less soon.
Hoping you're having a lovely day. Almost halfway. Relaxing. That's right. No stress allowed for the
All right.
37.
We're going to end off the stream soon, guys.
Time to put those nagging worries
End off the stream soon because we're coming to the end. It's been over 2 hours. Over 2 hours. Right now I'm just building a little bit of like some walkways just to make it a little bit easier for people to walk. between houses.
I know, it's probably best. And neither should you.
We have a massive police problem already.
Is what's been nagging away at your brain. Would you mind
It's somewhat shocking to me.
totally separate? And they never get the
There we go.
very clear on
But look at this. Oh, I'm really liking how this is coming out.
so natural.
What I might do is I might
We're
do some of this.
We're just going to get out of the way and let those hard-working technicians.
Since I already said we're gonna have this be a park.
This next one goes out to the whole crew, making sure all the lines always go the right way. Thanks, guys.
That looks good. Alright. So let us make it a little bit earlier. When is the sun gonna come up? Let's make the sun rise a little bit faster than usual. Fast. There we go. Sunrise is upon us. Wow, the sun has risen. Let's take a look at the work that we've done. Ignore the warnings, but this is pretty cool looking. Look at this. So in this one stream, we built this first settlement here. We built the first settlement, and we also built this massive roundabout. Well, not roundabout, this massive circuit here, this massive ring motorway that people seem to be using quite nicely. So in the next stream, guys, whenever I stream next, I'll connect up this. First of all, we'll connect this into the city, because we need to connect this in, this entrance. And then we'll further expand our settlement here. Further expand our settlement. We'll think about having a little bit of industry as well at the beginning. But yeah, I'm very proud of what we've been able to build. Go. Alright. Well, thank you all for watching. So much. End the stream off there. Be sure to leave a like. I thank you all for coming out. There are a few of us who came out today. For the first stream, I'm actually a little bit surprised at the amount of people who joined in and started saying stuff and who gave us advice and whatnot. But it is awesome. And I'm very, very, very happy to see that be the case. I appreciate that massively. So, thank you. Thank you so much for coming out. Next stream, like I said, will be expanding. But until then, I'll see you next time.